watching the fight tonight, also log on to hbo.com/boxing, where you'll be able to score each round, chat with other boxing fans, and answer the question, will Oscar De La Hoya rise back to the top of the welterweight division? And after tonight's fight, log on to chat all night long with our boxing expert, Steve Farhood. Now let's go up to Michael Buffer for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Madison Square Garden, New York City, Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, in association with your undisputed, undefeated King of Beers, Budweiser, present HBO World Championship Boxing, 12 rounds for the Welterweight Championship of the World. Sanctioned by the IBA and the New York State Athletic Commission, the WBC will also recognize this contest as an elimination bout. New York Chairman Mel Southard, Commissioners for New York, in attendance at ringside, Rose Trentman, Mark Kornstein, and James Polzanello. Executive Director, Tony Russo. Director of Boxing, Bob Duffy. Timekeeper at the bell, Jim Borzell. Chief Physician at ringside, Dr. Billy Lathan. Ringside physicians, Dr. Mike Fiorillo, Dr. Barry Jordan, and Dr. Richard Istrico. The IBA is Dean Chance. IBA Supervisor, Norman Longton. The three judges scoring this bout on a 10-point must system will be Joe Dwyer, Melvina Lathan, and Fred Ucci. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Wayne Kelly. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Mecca of boxing, Madison Square Garden, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trimmed with red and weighing in at 147 pounds. His professional record stands at 34 victories with 24 knockouts and only one defeat. He has 2 draws, and he's undefeated for the past 5 years. Ladies and gentlemen, from Washington, D.C., here is the current #1 ranked welterweight world, Daryl Who's and his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing gray and weighing in at 147 pounds. He captured Olympic gold in 1992 and now has a professional record consisting of 31 victories, 25 by knockout with only 1 disputed loss. And he has captured 4 world titles as a professional. Ladies and gentlemen, from East Los Angeles, California, presenting the 4-time champion of the world, the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya.
Daryl. Okay, Chief, seconds only. Oscar, Daryl, center of the ring. All right, Daryl, Oscar, we're boxing for the IBA Welterweight Championship of the World. I expect a clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Shake hands, come out boxing at the bell. Good luck, 12 rounds.
So far, this has been the yada, 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 yada fight of the year, Jim. Let's see how they articulate in the more dangerous language they're about to engage in.
You mean the trash talking that's led up to the fight?
Yeah. I don't even know who he is. I'm going to KO him.
Oscar's got to get focused and remember who he is, and don't let the last fight define him. Just get out there and be yourself. Coley, he's got to win every round. If you wait around, you never get another chance.
So you're saying that Oscar has to avoid trying so hard to avoid the non-aggressive tag Then he gets reckless in there and gives Coley more chances than he deserves.
Remember who you are and what you've got to do. And you've always been a good fighter. That fight had nothing to do with who you are now. With Trinidad.
I've always felt the style that works for Oscar is boxer puncher. Start out boxing and look for opportunities to attack as he sets them up.
Oscar's done a little weightlifting this time, so he'll be able to get those hands out there no problem.
Leading with the left hook there. Coley is known as a guy who fights in spurts. Coley starts out firing punches up the middle. Jab and right hand. As the fight goes on, you might see him widen his arc to go for more power. When he widens his arc, he could be creating opportunities for De La Hoya to come up the middle.
Coley has a tendency to bend a little bit just before he jabs. That's not the way you get the tall guy like Oscar De La Hoya. You got to stand up a little bit, then just go right on top of him for the jab.
De La Hoya who stalks Coley early in the fight. Coley looking to counter, wings a right hand shot, half off the shoulder, half off the side of the head. De La Hoya obviously working early to try to get his left hook into the mix. Generally his most damaging punch, although he said, I was astonished at how successful I was with the right hand in the early rounds against Felix Trinidad. I used to think my right hand was just there to look good. Now it's actually a weapon for me.
Coley is doing something pretty interesting for a guy who's supposed to be reluctant. He's not looking left and right. Keeps his eyes right on him, on Oscar De La Hoya. As though he's got a plan with that right hand. Just keeps it there. Coley. Coley is running, but his eyes are not running.
It's a restive crowd. They were quieted by the worry about Gamache when he went down so hard in the second round against Gotti. Then, of course, there was a bit of a delay getting the fighters into the ring for this fight. Now they begin to warm up just a little bit. And if they speak Spanish in Oscar De La Hoya's corner, our interpreter there is Hector Garcia.
Oscar, tienes que comenzar más al cuerpo.
You have to go to the body.
Comienza con tu jab.
Start with the jab.
Más jab.
More jabs and more jabs, and then go to the body. You're looking at the head. You have to go to the body. Keep your distance. Jab, and then go to the body.
Okay. Sigue moviendo.
Slowly moving down a bit. Walk and moving. Side to side. He's coming straight to here, okay? So you get side to side, but double your jab up, okay? And there's nothing on your jab, okay? Right. Come on, baby.
Keep your hands up there when you finish, baby, okay?
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right, baby. You the man. It's all right. Now give me some more jabs upstairs and downstairs. And when you put the right hand, you rub the hook.
Seconds out.
Coley showed some nice poise in the first round, this being his first major fight here in Madison Square Garden against a star.
Past CompuBox numbers would indicate that Coley is the busier of the two fighters. Generally throws more than 60 punches around. De La Hoya hovers between 50 and 55, and the pattern held in the first round as Oscar threw only 37 punches but landed 15. Coley threw 52 but landed only 7. De La Hoya missing with a right hand across the top there. Gets a little left hook in as Coley comes toward him, and then the more effective punch, the left hook to the body.
De La Hoya's got to be very cautious, you know. Some professionals get in the ring with amateurs and never get their rhythm together, and they get whipped. It's hard to fight below your talent.
Are you implying that Coley is an amateur, George?
But he's fighting maybe in the same kind of zone he was with Trinidad, and he's with a different kind of guy. You got to bring your level down sometimes.
De La Hoya misses over the top with the left hook, but lands a right and a left, and momentarily knocks Coley back on his heels.
Now the left jab from Oscar is starting to be a little more pinpoint accurate.
He only threw 9 jabs in the first round and landed only 2 by CompuBox numbers. Oscar stepping up the jab activity here in round 2. And again, clearly trying to set up the left hook.
You know, if you got a good left jab, you'll never be able to perform without it. He's got it, use it.
Coley becoming left hook conscious. Oscar fires a right cross. De La Hoya has landed 2 strafing left hooks to the body in this round. His 2 most effective punches here.
Now Oscar starts to bounce. He has to have a little bounce in his feet before he can accurately land punches. He hasn't been doing that. Now we see a little.
And you saw the body shot by Coley trying to retaliate. And De La Hoya comes back to the ribcage himself, setting up a clean right hand upstairs.
Look for the bounce in Oscar's feet, and then you'll find some accuracy and aggression.
And Coley is visibly dropping his guard, George.
Those body punches, they hurt. Left hook, right hand.
So already the pattern of the fight begins to change as Daryl Coley drops his guard to try to deal with Oscar De La Hoya's body punishment.
Now Coley is sticking out his left hand a little, tapping with it. You got to close that distance, so he's not even allowed to do that. Stay a little closer, Oscar should. At this point, he doesn't have the reach advantage. Coley does. Coley's better.
Good body shots by De La Hoya. Coley bouncing into a corner to get away. Round 2 has been a big one for De La Hoya. Coley has not been offensive in this round. The occasional counter, but by and large, it's been the De La Hoya body attack.
Oscar, sigue trabajando como estás, pero tienes
Continue to work the way you're doing it. You have to be a little busier with your jab. Your right hand to his body and then go up to the top. Keep working.
Lo vas a encontrar, lo vas a encontrar.
Just step over to your right, drop your right hand, girl.
You hit him to the body shot, okay?
Come on, that's sharp knuckles, okay?
Come on, baby, come on, baby. Look at you, still moving good. He's trying to set that hook up, but he can't hit you if you're turning, okay? And stay with you in the direction of the hook, okay? So when you come back, but you gotta come jab. He's coming back.
Daryl Coley, in the weeks leading up to the fight, has been disparaging in his comments about Oscar De La Hoya's punching power. But just as Felix Trinidad's punch output went down in the first 6 rounds against De La Hoya, Coley's punch output begins to drop here. 52 thrown in the first round, only 40 in the second round, 6 landed, as De La Hoya landed 25 punches, most of them to the body.
But so far, De La Hoya is accomplishing his goal of dictating the fight, not adapting to what the opponent does. Let the opponent try to adapt to what he does.
If Alcazar can convince Oscar to focus on his prowess as a body puncher, I think it'll make him a more effective fighter.
Well, he's allowing Coley to get into his rhythm now. You don't want him to do that. You had him moving, you had him bouncing away. Keep it going like that.
A lead left hook by De La Hoya, and 2 more vicious left hooks to the body. This is Oscar the Destroyer at this moment. A far cry from the man who all but turned and ran in the closing rounds against Trinidad.
Good left jab, the best of the night. Once you push in and step forward with that weight, ooh, it hurts.
And Coley seems uncertain as to what it is he wants to try to counter. Coley trying to stick the jab through De La Hoya's guard. There, he commits to that one after simply pawing with the first 3.
Yeah, the rule is you go two jabs to the body, get the guy to drop his hand a little bit, and you come on top of the right hand.
There's a good left jab by
Coley is doing it with the jab. Jab low, left, low, and then come up high.
Oscar, for the moment, has stopped throwing punches. That allows Coley to begin to develop a rhythm with his left jab.
Now Oscar now should look for a little bounce in his legs again.
Hard left hook landed upstairs. Coley took it pretty well. Coley tries a right uppercut. De La Hoya backs away.
Good jab again. De La Hoya has the best left jab in boxing, no doubt about it.
Interesting statement.
No doubt about it. left jab.
If that's the case, does he use it enough?
I think not. Tonight he's looking to get over a good left hook, and he's been successful. But get that jab in there, make that back hurt. Those guys start backing up because of that jab. After a while, you can just throw hooks easily.
Fiercest rally yet by Coley as he comes back against De La Hoya. Coley has thrown many more punches in the last minute and a half. De La Hoya taking a little bit of a breather in the latter part of round 3.
They're moving good, but you hit him with 2 good jabs, okay? He don't like them jabs, okay? Come on, put a little more combination together.
Hold on, Champ. Put the combination together. Where's that right hand coming in?
You got him turning now. You got him turning. Make him turn. He's all balanced. Make him turn. Make him turn, okay?
You go first, and then you go to the body. Don't start on the top. Start with the jab, go to the body, and then go up to the top. You have to think, relax, and you have to think. You're going to catch him.
Coley has said that because he's always been a welterweight, he believes he's stronger than De La Hoya. But those body punches seem to have disabused him of that, and he hasn't done much standing and firing.
Ironically, a reported part of the fallout from the Trinidad fight, a better relationship between Oscar De La Hoya and his previously hypercritical, sometimes forbidding dad, Joel De La Hoya. Joel De La Hoya is said to have said to Oscar after the Trinidad fight, "I'm proud of you." None of Oscar's 31 victories ever produced that response. Now, supposedly, they are on much better terms than before as Joel takes his customary seat near the corner at ringside.
Now, Coley, what he's trying to do in his corner is told him, make Oscar go around to the left side and make him pick up his left foot and follow him step by step.
There's a hard right hand up the middle and a left hook by Coley, and De La Hoya momentarily stunned.
Now Coley shows his power and his willingness to exchange.
Coley on the offensive, De La Hoya not firing back. Coley looking for a knockout. 2 rounds earlier than he predicted. He said it would be in the 6th. De La Hoya ducking, getting out of the way. Coley doing all the firing here. Oscar De La Hoya is hurt. Daryl Coley caught him by surprise and landed the 1-2 sharply, and De La Hoya has not thrown a punch since. Now he goes back to work.
I think that Coley now has Oscar alert like he ought to be, but that's a good thing for Oscar. He's allowed him to waste some of that energy he had been conserving also. Make him punch some. He's getting paid. Make him throw some punches.
Hey, did these guys see the Barrera-Morales fight last week? Left hook lands for De La Hoya. Coley wobbling. Oscar goes to the body. Sets up a chance. Which fighter will get arm weary first?
Oscar's got to get back on the jab. You got him hurt, but keep him hurt with the jab.
Another minute to go in the round. Coley still wobbling, but now De La Hoya begins to rein in his offense after throwing a flurry of punches. Left hook to the body drives Coley back. Now Coley drives De La Hoya into the ropes.
Well, this is what Oscar wants. He wants a mismatch, toe-to-toe fight. He's got the power. He's got the knockouts. Let it be.
Tremendous give and take round. De La Hoya again lands the left hook, and Coley in trouble again. Tremendous excitement in Madison Square Garden. Oscar De La Hoya was in big trouble in the first half of this round and has come back to dominate the second half of the round.
Coley's got his right hand down. Oscar is the left hooker. You want to pick your right hand up and back away.
And De La Hoya not only survives, but prospers in a round in which he appeared to be in severe trouble.
Come on. You all right? Come on, Chan. Breathe. You made it. Did his best shot, baby. Now you hit him.
Deep in your hands.
He has nothing.
Water up, child, okay?
Yeah.
Run water. Towel.
in almost a replay of that magnificent fight last week between Morales and Barrera. Coley in the 4th round stands and fires, spends himself, his out of bullets, and here comes De La Hoya with his guns.
Reminiscent of the 5th round a week ago between Morales and Barrera, reminiscent of the famed 10th round of Bo Holyfield won November 13, 1992 in Las Vegas. One of those classic seesaw rounds. Coley still doesn't have his legs as De La Hoya begins the attack in round 5.
That was a slip. That was a slip. It's wet over in that corner.
Harold, how do you have it through 4?
Jim, 4-0, 40-36. Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar had him seriously hurt at the end of the 4th round. Daryl Coley boxed beautifully for 3 rounds, but Oscar pounded him to the body to win the first 3. Daryl tried to fight Oscar's fight. Did very well, but Oscar seriously hurt him.
I have it 3 rounds to 1. I gave the 3rd round to Coley.
And the crowd begins to settle back into their seats after the excitement of round 4.
That's what happened when you're pretty aggressive, but most of your punching is going to the other guy's body. He may open up on you here and there, but hey, it's going to take a lot out of him also. That's why the body punches are so important. Now Oscar's got to get out of his mind what happened in the last round. Concentrate on this round. Do it all over again. Set it up with a jab, right hand, and get that hook back.
When Oscar brings his jab and his left hook to the body, he dominates the flow of the fight. When he stops throwing punches and coasts, he gives Coley a chance, and Coley has been landing with some lead right hands.
Coley's right hand is almost equal with his left hand as far as down to his waist. It was low originally, but he seemed to get it even lower now. It's those body punches.
No question. The body punches changed Coley's stance and his approach in there. There's a solid left hook by De La Hoya. In close.
At this point, Oscar's better concentrate on, hey, this may be a decision. This guy has been abused before. And he wakes up, and he may take an abuse for 12 rounds.
Coley has a questionable chin. He was down 3 times against a fighter named Diggs. He was knocked out by Pat Coleman of San Diego, and that result was eventually voided because Coleman failed a drug test. So Daryl Coley has tasted the canvas in his career. De La Hoya has been down against lesser opponents early in his career, but not out. He's never been down at 147.
Well, yes,
excuse me, Ike Quartet put him down.
And there was a kind of a half knockdown by Pernell Whitaker.
Yeah.
He's eating with your right hand, but you got to make sure you finish with the left hand on the top. You have to use the jabs more. Start with your jab. You have to use it more often.
Nino from Intero. Okay, come on back.
Try to get that water up, man, right? He almost slipped in the first part of the round.
Tell me how you feel, baby. Look, hey, he can't do nothing to you, man. You're allowing things to happen. Here.
I thought I heard Daryl Coley say to his corner that he was having trouble seeing out of his right eye. That's the eye that has been in the way of De La Hoya's hook.
And there is swelling to the outside of Coley's right eye as round 6 arrives. This is the round in which Coley swore to us that he would knock De La Hoya out, saying that he had a repeated dream, a frequent dream, in which he saw himself knocking De La Hoya out with a multitude of blows in this very round.
When he said he couldn't see out of one of his eyes, I wanted to tell him, welcome to boxing. A lot of us have to say, I can't see, period.
You mean it's not unusual during a fight, even for a short period of time, to have blurred vision, George?
Oh, yeah, especially if someone hits you with the end of a hook or a stiff jab right on the eye. I mean, it could be 2 or 3 rounds before you can stop seeing triples.
Daryl Coley hasn't gone to the De La Hoya body much. He tried it a couple of times moments ago. By and large, Coley pawing and trying to size up an opportunity in a round in which De La Hoya remains the aggressor and keeps going to the body.
This is when you start to hurt those thumbs. The guy goes back to the corner, thumbs are broken. When you get those shots and they go right to the elbow.
Coley with a free shot at De La Hoya's body. De La Hoya pops him back with a jab. When Oscar flurries to the body, Coley's hands come down very low.
Break! Let him go. Step back.
Sooner or later, you expect to see De La Hoya feint to the body and fire the left hook upstairs.
Yeah, it's going to happen with a soft right hand. Coley is just zeroed in on Oscar's right hand, so he can save all of that power stuff. Just kind of fake it a few times. As you said, do a little feinting. This is exactly what is needed, feinting.
One of the things Roy Jones does so well that sets him apart as a fighter, his ability to feint opponents into bad position.
Roy Jones got the best balance in any sport I've ever seen. Balance. Always on balance.
Cool.
Coley with a lead right hand.
Coley is now playing run and hit. He's really not trying to engage. He's trying to move away, occasionally jumping.
Hard left hook. Coley took that one pretty well, but De La Hoya thinks he's got him again. Back to the body goes Oscar. Daryl Coley will make it out of round 6, but he's taking a lot of punishment to do so.
Keep working with that jab. Keep using that jab first. That's the way to do it. You only use the first part.
Well, he set the hook up. He get you cutting this off so he get you come here and for that wide left hook. Now, we work with them hooks and hard hooks you do in the midst. Now you not putting nothing together, champ. Now let's more. This is round 7 coming. Okay, baby? Now we're gonna put them together, right? Are we? We're gonna put them together, right? Right? Yeah. For your jab, he's on the bottom of the weave. You gotta come up. Take a step back and fire your left hand, your right, left jab, right hand, okay? And bring that hook back.
De La Hoya has been right with his left all night long. Although Coley trying to keep his right hand up to neutralize it. It's quicker, sharper than he has expected.
You saw the hint of blood around Daryl Coley's right eye. There's no obvious blood flow in the ring yet, but what you saw on the towel there indicates maybe there's a trace of blood around the right eye. De La Hoya landed that big left hook, George, by feinting to the body and then firing upstairs.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do something with a pro like Coley. He's a pro.
There's a good right hand up underneath by Oscar De La Hoya, and he leads with the right here. Coley tries to counter back with the right.
Now there's a stiff jab. Oscar gets up on the back of his right foot and sort of just pitches it in there.
Oscar taking Coley's right hand as though he now believes he can handle Daryl's power.
Whenever Coley decides to stand up a little bit, Oscar just sticks that jab in like a ramming stick. He believes in it. It's like a weapon. He holds it out there.
And the right eye is swelling rapidly now for Coley. You can see that it's really beginning to close here. That could alter his will, and Coley is blowing his nose, which is the reason why it's swelling so fast.
Don't break the rule. Don't blow your nose.
That's a really bad eye, It's going to close if this fight goes another round or two.
And Oscar is not going to have any mercy anymore, so it may be up to his corner, Coley's corner to decide this.
That right eye of Coley is a bad way to face up against Oscar De La Hoya's vicious left hook. And De La Hoya doubles up with the left.
That was a time when De La Hoya would look to the referee and say, stop this, but not anymore. This guy has changed.
Well, if he listened to what Coley had to say about him in the past few weeks, he probably doesn't like him very much. Coley said to us, I hate him. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of his status, his money. I'm sick of all the celebration about him. He's going to be sicker about him if De La Hoya goes ahead and finishes what looks like a good start toward a TKO.
He's doing it all with a left hook. He jabs, and then double up, triple up on the left hooks. The right hand is in jail tonight. Coley is just weaving right away from him.
And now his nose is bleeding. And he really doesn't want to stand in there and trade with De La Hoya. He's taking one shot at a time.
The body shots put Coley down. Two vicious body shots, one with each hand. Referee Wayne Kelly looking in on Coley. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want any more. And Oscar De La Hoya makes good on his vow. I'm going to be a destroyer, he said, and a destroyer he was.
I think he'll be very pleased with the way he has jump-started the rest of his career. He wasn't fighting King Kong. He wasn't fighting one of the best men in the division, but he was fighting a pretty good professional, George. And he hammered out a very professional victory to break him down the way he did.
Hammered it out, exactly. Hammered it out.
Talk about imposing your will on another fighter. I mean, the minute...
A good fighter tonight.
The minute De La Hoya landed that last body combination, you could see in Coley's face that he had plenty.
And it wasn't that particular body shot that did it. It was all night body.
The accumulation. Well, you talk about his jab, and I agree with you that he has a terrific jab. There are others. Of course, Ike Quartey has a great jab, and there are several others that you might consider. But I think it's
Quartey delivers his almost to the side, a genuine hard slap. Oscar turns this thing over like a ram.
But I think it's his left hook that sets him apart.
Amen. Amen.
Let's take another look. And as George said, it was an accumulation of blows, but that last left hook to the body sapped Coley of his remaining will and induced him to stay on his knee as referee Wayne Kelly counted him out. Make no mistake, Coley could have gotten up here if he had felt that he had a legitimate shot at winning the fight, but he didn't.
It was wise. Sometimes you don't want to tell your corner, hey, can you make them stop the fight?
So in the past couple of years, we've seen Roy Jones knock out Virgil Hill with a body shot. We've seen Felix Trinidad knock out Hugo Pineda with a body shot. And now we have seen Oscar De La Hoya knock out Daryl Coley with body shots.
You no longer have to hear about the fighters of yesterday are better than the fighters today. We are seeing some of the best stuff we've ever seen with body punching.
Hey, and the reviews on Robert Alcazar as the head trainer without help, pretty doggone good, huh?
Pretty good. You can't stop that. Oscar was vicious.
There was one moment of trouble in round 4 when Coley landed 2 punches up the middle and seemed for a moment to have De La Hoya in trouble. But Oscar reversed that almost immediately and pounded out the TK, or the knockout victory, I should say. Let's go up to Michael Buffer for the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Wayne Kelly reaches the count of 10 in round number 7. The official time, exactly 3 minutes of round number 7. The winner, and now a 5-time world champion from East Los Angeles, the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya.
One more look. Want to see a left hook to the body that counts? One of several dozen that Oscar De La Hoya applied to Daryl Coley's ribcage in this very professional performance, coming off the first loss of his career against Felix Trinidad. There's a writer in New York who persistently refers to De La Hoya as Chicken De La Hoya. That line won't fit tomorrow.
No, but I'm looking at a green-eyed monster out there, Sugar Shane Mosley.
Sugar Shane Mosley was watching from close range.
Most dangerous thing I've seen in the welterweights in a long time.
Mosley may get a chance. As you look at the total punches and the final punch stat, De La Hoya landing 106 blows more than Coley, throwing 23 more than doubling Coley's connect percentage. De La Hoya's connect percentage rose in the last few rounds as he came up to that fairly astronomical number, 54%. Power punches, and so many of these are, first of all, we'll take a look at jabs. De La Hoya landing more than half at 66 out of 112. He built the tempo on that as the fight went on. Coley, 33 out of 192 as he tried to stay at range for the most part. And power punches, so many of these were thrown to the body. The real story of the fight, De La Hoya mixing in the left hook to the body so frequently among those 117 landed power shots. And now let's go to Larry Merchant with Oscar De La Hoya.
Thank you, Jim. Congratulations, Oscar. What pleases you most about this fight?
Oh, that I took my time, that I was very patient. Coley was boxing a lot, so I had to work the body. I had to cut off the ring the way a complete fighter cuts off a ring, not chase him. So it helped out a lot. We worked hard in the gym, and I'm very pleased with my performance.
You feel you achieved your goal of dominating the fight, not letting the other fighter determine how you fight him?
Well, that's the way I set my goals for the year 2000, is to have 4 fights, 4 knockouts, and I said that Daryl Coley would be the first one. No disrespect to anybody, but that's my mentality for this year. I'm going to work twice as hard for the next fight and even harder for the next one.
The body shots did it for you?
I think so. I was wearing them down to the body. I was throwing right hands to the body and coming back with a left hook to the body. So I felt very strong. I was closing my fists finally for the first time. Very solid, so the punch was landing strong.
Why do you mean for the first time?
Well, because all the time when I used to box, I used to have my hands open and try to use speed, you know. And now, with having your fists very tight, you feel strong.
What did he say to you at the end when he whispered something in your ear?
He told me great fighter, and I respect that.
All right, now let's look ahead. From what we understand, there have been discussions about a rematch with Felix Trinidad, providing he wins next week. Some discrepancy, according to his father, they don't want to fight below 152. Your father wants you to stay at 147, doesn't want you to come up over 150. Do you think you're going to be able to settle that?
Well, we'll sit down next week and discuss it. We will come out with a settlement, definitely. I mean, this is boxing, and we do have to fight 4 times. I'm not going to wait for anybody. I'm going to feel very strong at 147. But if it takes going up 1 pound or 2, maybe I'll give him slack. But depending on what I feel, depending on my weight, because I feel very strong at this weight class, it's no problem. We just have to discuss it.
There have also been discussions that if he should lose next week, or if Trinidad should be hurt and couldn't fight in June, that you would fight Shane Mosley. Where do you lean? Do you want the rematch more badly and to go there first and maybe Mosley later, or vice versa?
As long as I have the 2 of them for this year, I wouldn't have no problem in what order they come in. I'll be ready, definitely 100%. Shane Mosley, he's a very quick fighter. A lot of respect for everybody who I'll be fighting this year. But up in this ring, I'm going to go in there and try to get the knockout.
Thank you very much, Oscar.
Thank you.
Good fight. And finally, this is a pretty good night at the fights. Better than some, maybe not as good as a few others, and certainly not as transcendent as last week in that memorable fight between Barrera and Morales. James Ellwood, the novelist who wrote such books as L.A. Confidential and Black Dahlia and others, told me that he was sitting ringside next to a Mexican-American with a big fat roll of $100 bills who was betting everybody around him last week on Morales. He took Morales. and got so excited by that fight that when all the people came over to hand him the money that they had lost, he refused to take it because he didn't want to taint the purity of that experience. Never heard a story like that. Maybe never will again, but we can hope. Jim?
All right, thank you very much, Larry Merchant. And so, after last week's excitement, we get excitement here in De La Hoya's comeback performance. Now let's